Hello everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome back to Space Engineers. It's a Monday, which as usual means we're reviewing a creation from the Steam Workshop. With me today, I have a Covenant dropship, commonly known as the Spirit from most of the Halo games. This amazing creation is remade in Space Engineers by Darth Hansen. His name, link, and all descriptions will be down below in the actual description. Feel free to go click it out and check out the dropship for yourself. Now this is an amazing recreation here in Space Engineers. It's a small ship, obviously, and it's made for the dropship from Halo. If you've played Halo, probably one of the older games, I don't think they're in the newer games, you've most likely seen this Spirit. You see it in Halo Combat Evolved. I think it appears before Phantoms actually. You see more of these than you do with Phantoms, and they make a big appearance in Reach as well, which are quite cool because the amount of units they deploy from their side sort of ramps here is quite cool. It's always one of those dropships I quite liked, and a bit freaky as well. I think you steal one in Combat Evolved. It's been so many years since I played it now, but I'm pretty sure at one point you have to steal one and fly it out of ship's hangar, obviously in a cutscene. Some details about the Spirit. It is a moderately large craft, similar size to a Pelican dropship, that's the UNSC thing, or Marines, the Air Forces. Capable of powered flight and hovering, the dropship here is quite cumbersome and awkward to fly based on battlefield observations. It has been known to reach speeds of 350 km per hour while cruising and has a maximum speed of 1099 km an hour while in atmosphere. That's quite fast. Spirit's angler, turning a fork-shaped spacecraft with two parallel personal bays along the exterior of each prong. The Spirits are dedicated transports for inventories and vehicles, so I don't think we ever saw them carrying vehicles, but I know they can carry them sort of in there. They might like drop wraiths and things like that, but I can't remember a scene where I've actually seen a Spirit carrying a vehicle. If anybody has a link, or knows the particular mission where Spirits carried vehicles, please do link me to it, because I literally cannot remember. The length of the Spirit is 33 metres, 108 feet, the width is 18.1 metres, that's 59.4 feet, and then the height and depth is 11.6 metres, that'd be 38 feet as well. In the middle here, we're making use of some projector blocks to give away that sort of static electricity feeling look it usually has. In Halo, you know, they have sort of like electricity sort of prongs, or electricity in between the prongs. Obviously, we don't have that in Spaces here, so we're making use of a projector block to give that illusion away that it's actually there. And it kind of comes off quite well, to be honest, because you'd think of like something being held there. The electricity is kind of like a stasis field to hold objects there, which like vehicles, I guess you could say, and any other things building. I think we've seen a Spirit building a turret before. I'm trying to remember now. Yeah. The expansions for Space Engineers are quite cool because you've got connector blocks up here as well and spotlights. I wonder if we can find the cockpit so to give it a test. Let's take a look around. It should be around here somewhere. I actually don't know where it is. Let's use the spectator block, see if we can find the cockpit. There's tons of seats in there. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can just teleport ourselves inside. It might be easier. There we go. Right, so we're inside the ship now. So if you open the bay doors here, like with the button, there you go. You'd sort of drop out like that. So that's how the units drop out. They drop at the side with their plasma pistols and start shooting you. Pretty easy. Usually elites, grunts, and jackals and things like that. Let's get back in there. There we go. So here's the bridge and stuff up here. So you've got like a gunner seat over here because you can control the turret. So there's a missile turret on the bottom. In Halo they had sort of laser turrets and plasma turrets is what it is. The Covenant used plasma turrets, but obviously in SC we only have rocket launchers and Gatling turrets. But it's still quite a good, accurate representation. So if we get out now, we have the normal cockpit up here, and we've also got a stasis or a stat screen of what we can actually do, which is nice. I think if I press that one, yeah, that lowers both drop bay doors, like that, pretty cool. Then if we press this again, that seals one, that seals three. Oh, that's very nice, so we can like seal one or the other. Okay, there we go, they're both sealed in, that's interesting. And it takes off at quite a good easy speed as well. It's quite fast for a dropship. Look at it, it's moving quite good. You've also got spotlights up the front as well. These illuminate an area in front of it, so if it's coming in to drop things, that'll be quite cool. I guess we could start making a few more Halo things in Spaces right now that we have these blocks. What does number 8 do? Oh, this displays... This should update the displays. Yeah, that updates displays. I think we're still flying, aren't we? No. Okay, I'll give you more of a tour around the ship to see the actual blocks we can see on it. So a little fun fact for you, this is also known as a Type 25 troop carrier by the Covenant, which is pretty interesting to know. I always refer to it as a Spirit or Covenant dropship, then again you can get confused between the Phantom as well, because it's technically a dropship. So, on the back here of the actual SE version, we have a rocket turret, which is obviously in place for the plasma turret. I showed you how to control that a minute ago. We also have a few of our thrusters hidden up here, so we've got a couple of iron thrusters hidden in there. They're very nice, along with some conveyor blocks. Is this in here? This looks like a giant conveyor tube with loads of reactors and stuff hidden there. Very nice. I think we have hydrogen thrusters hidden away as well. Yeah, we do. So this is how most of the ship would move, is making use of these hydrogen thrusters. Obviously, it's hidden away in here, because in Halo you don't exactly see the blocks to power your ships or move them around. There are buttons on the side. I couldn't find it earlier, but there's a button there to enable it to open. Very nice. they've really captured this sort of purplish shade of the Covenant really well. I mean, if you look here, it's like a lighter shade of blue, then you got a bit purple and more greys over here. It captures it really well. One thing up here as well, we've got a camera, so if you are flying with ship, you can look outside it for a frontal view. Making use of a wheel here to create a sort of circular angular block. This is very good. It uses a recreation of these blocks to create the sort of angles you'd find on Covenant ships, because Covenant ships are quite spherical in nature, so it's very hard to recreate them in a game like Space Engineers, where your default block is a cube. It's nice to see that. We've also got antenna blocks around here. I think there's an ore detector behind there, that's what it looks like. Another wheel here as well. Hydrogen tanks have been incorporated into there using these grounded down blocks as well. What are these blocks? Let's just get our character here. I'm interested in these lights. Now they're control panels. A very interesting design idea here of using broken down control panels to sort of blend in with that there. That's very interesting. It sort of creates a mechanical look. I like it. Atmospheric engines also hidden in there as well. We've got some ion thrusters, very nice. And obviously all our projection blocks going across here. The connectors up front as well can be used to dock with a ship, because sometimes I think at some point in Halo you saw this ship like frontal docked with something. That would make a lot more sense to how it connects with the ship, because it could then offload, and people could also get on board as well here. So you'd think this being like an airlock, you'd be able to get in and then go through the ship and access the lower bays. It definitely makes more sense. Let's open it up again. So yeah, you can imagine like an airlock being there as well. These blast doors. Oh, that's very nice. Making use of the blast doors there for armor blocks to protect your troops, which is quite cool. I love how the lights turn. Do they turn red and green, or do they change colour? They don't change colour. I think they do actually. It looks more green now. Yeah, the lights do change colour. Oh, that's right then. That's sort of like an interesting mode. No, they don't change colour. It looked like they changed colour from outside, unless it's the lights moving around. Down here, we're making use of these small LCD blocks here, the corner LCDs, to give sort of those Covenant ambient lights going on here, which is really nice. Now, to make sure this ship review isn't too short, I'm going to do that one thing you guys always ask for, and that is crash the ship, because a lot of you mentioned last time I forgot to actually crash the ship. Don't worry, we're going to do this. First, we're going to eject the rotors, so let's just quickly find them. There's rotor L. We're going to detach that, and we're going to detach that one. There you go, that means the door should have fallen off. The reason I've done that is because sometimes rotors will impact your ability to crash things in Space Engineers, so this should make it a lot better. Let's find something we can ram ourselves into. Should we go just down here? That would be a good idea. Do we have a camera block? We do not have a camera block, unfortunately. Yeah. That's a bit weird. I think those blocks just, yeah, the hangar doors just hit the floor. But let's just ram ourselves into the ground here and see if we can cause any damage at all. Power off. Oh, yeah, that spun us out. Oh, that was kind of like a lackluster crash thing. We'll try that again. I wonder if we can just facepalm us down now. Maybe? I'm going to be honest with you and say I don't exactly know what is happening currently. Yeah, that was kind of a bad crash test, really, wasn't it? You kind of got the picture there. The ship doesn't really want to crash that much. It can take a hit. That is one thing to notice. The Covenant dropship is kind of durable. I mean, we destroyed part of the front there, so some of your crew would be dead. But if this was under a fight or something like that, then it could take quite a few hits, which is nice to know. I wonder if we can just ram it off the side of the mountain. Should we give it a test? I know you guys like seeing your crash tests in SE. If we just do this, and disable atmosphere, watch it go straight into the ground. Oh dear, I'm just going to abandon ship. Oh, now it definitely blew up. Whoa, half the engine just went past us there. Okay, so that definitely did some more crash damage there. So, those rotor blocks. Oh, it's now being eaten by the ground. Welcome to Space Engineers, everyone. If you was wondering if this is a stable game, well, here's your answer. So guys, this has been the Covenant dropship here in Spaces. Remember, if you'd like to get this for your own world, click the link in the description below and it will take you to the Steam page. Remember to upvote it and subscribe, and you can download it and play with it yourself. It's a really cool creation. I particularly like how the doors open and how it's accurate to sort of Covenant design. It keeps a spherical sort of design of a Covenant in the game, and that's a real hard thing to capture in Space Engineers. So well done to Darth Hansen for doing that. You sir are amazing. Hopefully if he does some more Covenant builds soon, it'll be quite interesting to check out. Hopefully maybe do a Phantom or something. That's going to be really hard, but really fun at the same time to check out. If you guys like to see a Phantom, let's keep our eyes out for that one. Hit the like button if you'd like to, and yeah, maybe we can create some sort of Halo battle with this soon. Maybe one of this versus Ground Force or something. That could be quite interesting to see. Don't worry, soon this week I'm doing a UNSC frigate versus something like a Star Wars ship. We've still got our eyes set on that, but it's going to be coming soon. Anyway guys, I've been Captain Jack, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.